Okay, guys. Sine and cosine ratios. Now, the last lesson we talked about the tangent function, and you'll remember that tan, tangent is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. Okay. Now today we're going to talk about sine and cosine. All right. And those things are abbreviated. You'll see them on your calculator as SIN. It's not sin, please. It's sine. All right. And COS for cosine. All right. Now, guys, one thing that will always help you remember, or at least it helps me, is this little abbreviated term, SOH CA TOA. Okay. So the sine is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse. The cosine is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. And the tangent is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. All right, so we got three functions that we're trying to remember here. And this thing right here, SOH, can help us remember how those relationships work. Okay, so I'm going to put that right there. Memorize that. Know that like you know how to spell your first name, Charlie, CHARLIE. Okay, now I have written up here the relationships. The sine is the opposite side of the angle over the hypotenuse. The cosine is the, oh, that's wrong, guys. I'm going to have to change that. Please change that on your notes. This should say adjacent. I don't know why I hadn't changed that, but I'm going to right now. Okay? So make sure that you write that cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. All right? And we're going to work with some of those relationships today. And guys, these things have, the Egyptians used them to help keep property lines after the Nile River had flooded. They would have posts mounted in the ground, and they would use angles to determine where property lines were before and after the flooding of the Nile each year. Okay, you can tell how tall a building is by using angles and the length from the building. And using their ratios to find out how tall it is without actually having to climb up there and throw a measuring tape over the side to see how tall it is. Okay, trigonometry is very useful, and certainly is useful in navigation as well. But anyway, yesterday we did tangent. Today we're doing sine and cosine, and so those are the three basic trig functions that we're going to be talking about. All right, here we go. Remember, SOH.